Hey, what is going on, guys? Speer here. Today we're taking a look at the Thorn. We're going to be looking at all of the quest steps, showing you guys all of the quest steps and tips and tricks required to get your hands on Thorn for yourselves. We're going to break it completely down and give you the easiest route that you can in order to obtain Thorn. It is a bit of a grind. It took me a total of about 6 hours to acquire, and I've been grinding it since launch. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. If it does help you out at all, be sure to do me a favor and smash that like button, turn on notifications, and subscribe if you're new here for more Destiny 2 content. With that being said, let's go ahead and get straight into how to get Thorn in Destiny 2. Alright, so first things first, the actual quest is actually a bit hidden. What you need to do is head to the EDZ. In Trostland, you want to go through the salt mines, and once you get to the salt mines, you're going to enter and find this fallen portal that you can go through, and this is actually was in the Black Armory. Now once you go through the portal, you're going to end up at this part. This is actually the top of the mission, at the very beginning of the campaign. So in case you guys did not know, you're going to head to the left up the hill, and there's this little campfire area. You're going to sift through the ashes here. This is actually going to be where you actually pick up the Thorn Quest. So I'm going to show you right here where I'm at on the map. So load into Trostland, go through salt mines, go through the portal, head up the hill, and right here is where you're going to get the quest. Alright, so once you have the actual quest, the first thing you're going to need to do is head to the tower, and you're going to need to talk to Banshee. This is where you're going to start the essence part of the quest, which is going to require you to collect Hadronic Essence, which is a material from D1, and there's 3 ways you can get these. You can get 5 from turning in daily bounties on IO. You can also go into Crucible, and if you go into Crucible and get a kill on a Warlock, you're going to get 3. Or the other thing that you can do is going to be to farm Nightfalls, and if each Nightfall you do, you're going to get 15. So in total, what we ended up running was the 3 daily bounties we had picked up. We ran 2 Nightfalls, each one gave us 15, and then we did 1 more daily bounty for another 5 to give us our total of 50. Overall, I think this is going to be the easiest route. Nightfalls aren't too difficult. If you want to, you can set up the Nightfalls in a pretty easy fashion. Arc Burn with Heavyweight and Momentum is probably going to be your easiest bet. But overall, not too difficult once you get the 2 Nightfalls out of the way, and the daily bounties, each one gives you 5. So that's important to remember when you're trying to go for this quest. Now this quest step is going to be very similar. This one is the Steal. The Steal is going to require daily bounties on Titan, or you can kill Titans in Crucible, or you can farm the heroic Blind Well. Those are going to be your 3 methods to get Plasteel Plating, and we wanted to hop into Crucible to go ahead and see, but each kill you get on a Titan does count as 3, and if you do happen to get an assist, it does count as 3 as well. So overall, I think Crucible might be a viable option if you're having issues with Blind Well, but I would definitely suggest doing the daily bounties first. As well as doing Blind Well is probably going to be the easiest and quickest route to complete this. Now the next quest step is going to be the Binding. This is basically similar as the previous 2, except this time you're collecting Sapphire Wire. Now Sapphire Wire can be found by completing daily bounties on Mars, killing hunters in the Crucible, or farming waves of EP. Now personally, farming waves of EP is probably going to be the fastest route, and I would actually suggest doing this solo, as it's going to be a little bit easier. Basically what you want to do is you want to go to Mars, start up EP, complete 1 round. Each round is going to grant you 5 Sapphire Wire, and once you have that round completed, then you can actually go to the other side of Mars and start up another set of EP, complete that wave, and just rinse and repeat. Also, you want to make sure you're picking up the daily bounties while running this, and that's going to make it a lot easier on yourself. Once you get all 50 of the Sapphire Wire, you will get the next quest step ready to go. So without a doubt, this is going to be the one quest step that a lot of people are going to get stuck on for quite a while, especially if you're not a Crucible player. My number 1 tip for this quest step is going to be grab a Void Hand Cannon for Crucible. You have a few options. If you happen to have the Ikelos Hand Cannon or a Cold Sweat, both of those can be reacquired through collections. Other two options that you have are Kindled Orchid or a Thin Line. Any of those are going to be great choices for this quest step. Now, the reason I say a Void Hand Cannon kill, you're going to need to progress in Crucible with kills. Void kills will progress, hand cannon kills will progress, but if you use a Void Hand Cannon, you're basically going to get double the progress. Also, this can be done in quick play as well as competitive or Iron Banner, but if you're playing in competitive or Iron Banner, you're going to get more progress. So essentially, the quickest route to get this quest step done is to use a Void Hand Cannon in the competitive playlist, as Iron Banner is not available at this moment, in this time. When Iron Banner will become available, I feel like that's when a lot of people that haven't got this quest step done yet are going to be able to get it done. Now, just to give you an idea of what I mean, a Void Hand Cannon kill in the competitive playlist, each kill will grant you 1%. Now, assists do count, but assists are harder to track your progress. It's not as clear-cut. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 assists to count for 1%. So, essentially, if you want to get this done the quickest, I would suggest using Ikelos Hand Cannon in competitive and just grind it out. It took a long time. It took a little bit of work, but if you do and you are committed to getting Thorn, I think that competitive and Void Hand Cannons are going to be the quickest route. Now, that may not necessarily be the easiest route, as you can obviously go into, quick play, but I think in regards to if you're trying to get it done the quickest with the least amount of grind, I think competitive is going to be your best option. Now, of course, remember to run Void Supers, as ability kills and super kills will count. I actually managed to get mine when I was using Spectral Blades, and I managed to get a kill on this group of enemies. So keep working at it, you will get it done, but Void Hand Cannon kills in the competitive playlist are my #1 tip for you guys. Let me know in the comment section if you're stuck on this part and what you guys are running, and maybe I can help you guys out in the comment section. So once you have the Crucible section of this quest done, you're going to head to the farm. Now, in case you forgot where that is, head to the EDZ, and in the top right, you're going to see the farm logo. Go ahead and launch there, and you're going to need to talk to Tyra Karn. Tyra Karn is actually going to give you the final quest step, which is a 660 modified Savathûn Song Strike mission. This thing is a beast, and there's a lot of tips and tricks I need to give you guys when you're trying to complete this for yourselves. So first off, the strike itself is a 660 activity. You have 3 modifiers to it. You have Harsh Elements, you have Blackout, and you have Iron. Now, Harsh Elements, what it does is basically all the incoming damage that is coming to you is amplified if it's Void, Arc, or Solar damage. So basically, any elemental damage that you take is going to be amplified. That makes it a lot harder, and you die a lot quicker. The next modifier is Blackout, which means you have no radar. Also, melee attacks do a lot more damage, so the thrall in this mission is actually going to be extremely painful. Now, Iron is another one that basically makes it where you can't stagger enemies. This is going to be really difficult when it comes to taking out the bigger enemies such as ogres, knights, wizards, so on and so forth. Now, knowing that and building your team around that and your loadout around that is extremely important. Personally, I would say that there is more Solar and Arc shields than there are Void, and Hunters are really helpful when it comes to going invisible or, just tether all around for ad control. Hunters are really helpful. Obviously, Warlocks with their Wall of Radiance are going to be helpful, and Titans could even run Bubble in certain situations of this strike. Now, there is a key part you guys need to remember. If you inspect the quest step, there is multiple enemies you need to kill in this mission. You cannot, and I repeat, you cannot just completely burn the boss at the end. Do not try it. You will waste your time, because there is 2 knights that spawn at the end of the mission that you have to kill before you kill Savathûn Song. So if you inspect and read the quest step, it will tell you exactly who you have to kill. You must kill the 2 arbiters, which there's one here in the mission when you first enter the first area once you kill the ogre. That's the first arbiter. The second arbiter is once you get towards the end where you have the orb that you have to take and slam to kill the 2 shriekers. Those 2 are obvious, those ones you kill to progress the mission, but the 2 that it does not tell you are going to be at the very, 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 very end. So when you get to the end of the mission, when Savathûn Song actually teleports up to the top, this is where the knights are going to actually spawn that you have to kill. There's one on the left and there's one on the right. You must kill these knights. I repeat, this is extremely important. I did not do this on our first time, and I had to go back into this mission and do it again. Do not melt Savathûn Song. Make sure you kill these 2 knights. Now, once you kill the 2 knights, you can kill the boss. Easy as that. What we did, we ended up taking, I was a hunter, and we killed the wizard in the middle. I went invisible, grabbed the orb, went up top, slammed it, and easy as pie. But I repeat, do not try to melt her. Make sure you kill those 2 knights. It's extremely important. Once you manage to do all those things and kill all the knights and all the arbiters and Savathûn Song, you will have the Thorn. It is a grind, it is intense, and it is a lot of fun. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully this guide helped you out. If it did, be sure to let me know in the comment section. Smash that like button if you did enjoy it. Share this video with your friends and subscribe if you're new for more Destiny 2 content. If you want to support the channel, be sure to click that join button. Perks are listed down below to become a member of the Speer Squad. Thank you so much for all your support, all your viewership. Thank you so much for everything. You guys are awesome. And I will see you guys in the next one. I'm going to be dropping a review on this bad boy once I get a little bit more hands-on time with it. But like I said, that is the guide, the full guide on how to get the Thorn in Destiny 2. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.